Please go live and I start making noise.
I don't know. Why do you start making noise when we're going live?
It's like, oh, going live. Let's make noise.
Happy Sunday night, everybody. In Portland here. We've got our special guest, George. He's my date. He's a little handsy.
So how has the seminar been going, you guys? Everything good?
Seminar was fabulous. Ended today. Look at me making noise on this hardwood. We're on hardwood tables and making all kinds of noise. Had the final day today. It was a lovely group of women. It was all women this time, no men, with the exception of Johnny, but lovely group of people. It was a lot of fun working with all of them. I have a picture we took today that I'll post on my community page later.
Nice.
Got another one, another seminar next weekend. Lori from The Way of Positive Change is coming in tomorrow. So where Johnny and I are going to try to find a time with Lori to go live at some point just to say hey or something.
Nice. Nice. So
how's Miss Braxy doing?
I just took her to the cleaner, Jen. You ever see those cartoons where like the dog or the cat is trying to run to get away and they're like scrambling in the same spot? That was Braxy today, screaming and crying like she was about to be murdered. This huge 100-pound dog, like just throwing a fit. I'm like, girl, it's just a bath, like, you know. So the lady
likes to be dirty, Mom.
Oh my gosh! So because we took her to the beach yesterday, so she's all. I hosed her off, but she's still full of sand and everything. So I did all the laundry today because just going to the beach, you get sand all up in your house, So I was cleaning today and had to run her over there and just. But the lady said that once she gets her into the tub, she calms down because then she knows she's trapped. But it was the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen ever. Like, just oh my God, she was crying and crying and crying and like. Get me out of here. And it's like, no. So yeah. So I don't know. I was telling Jenny, for everybody in the chat, I don't know if Peanut's going to be home in time to pick her up or if I'm going to have to pop off early and go grab her, but she'll be clean.
We were glad to hear Lori from The Way of Positive Change was okay, but our thoughts and prayers with everyone affected by the hurricane. Asheville, North Carolina. Oh, God bless y'all. I have never seen such a mess.
I was talking to my neighbor because we went to the beach with her and her dog. Her sister's in South Carolina. And she said they never get hurricanes over there. And I forgot what town she told me it was because I'm not familiar. She said it was all wiped out, like completely just wiped out. And yeah.
The thing about Asheville is it's close. It's on the west side of North Carolina. It's not on the beach. It's like 8 hours from the beach. It's on the west side at the mountains and just devastated by torrential flooding.
That's just I was watching right before the hurricane hit on YouTube Live, and Florida, it's a peninsula, but they have a lot of bridges. Johnny, there's a lot of bridges throughout Florida. People are driving on the bridges with like torrential storms and the ocean is coming up on the bridge and the people are just like, doo, 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 doo. I'm like, you all are just, you're nuts, So no, it's not.
Rocky Mountain area is devastated. Interstate 40, I think it is. It goes over from Tennessee into North Carolina. Totally just. The road just washed out.
No, it's not Braxy's first time at the groomers. She just doesn't like to take a bath. Like, she doesn't like it. So, but yeah. So tell us about the seminar.
Thank you, Mara. Did I see LD in the chat from our seminar that was here?
Don't call them out.
Hi, LD. I didn't call you out intentionally. We just had so much fun. It was just such a lovely, lovely group of women, and I enjoyed teaching, and it was just lovely to work with everybody. I hope they enjoyed it as much as I did. It Yeah, see, it is her.
I know it is.
I caught it. I don't always catch names, but I caught you.
I see it.
You can hit me for her. How's that? It was just phenomenal. Yeah, I came in on Thursday and we got everything. Johnny set everything up for me. Like I was messing around on Friday and finally came over and putzed around a little bit, but he's been fabulous setting up everything.
So you're there through next week?
I fly out Sunday night next week because we have another seminar Friday night, Saturday all day, and half day Sunday.
Okay.
It's we had a couple of people that came back from one of the June seminars and took it again and enjoyed it again.
Nice.
I had a refresher course, so that was really cool and fun.
And then
Johnny and I've been laughing. Oh my God, we have food stories galore. He tried to steal my coleslaw last night, and I got all over his butt.
First of all, okay, let's start at the beginning. We're sitting here in old Kentucky because this restaurant had to be from 1721. We sit down. They give us bread that's like this thick, right?
No, wait. First, they bring you a what the hell was that drink?
Lemon spit. It was supposed to be an Arnold Palmer, the tea and the lemonade together, but the tea was very watered down.
Was missing.
And then it just tastes like lemon juice with like an afterthought of tea.
There was no sweetness to it. It was like I'm sucking on a lemon,
which I did for
straight
like
lemon. It was like straight lemon juice. It was like, oh my gosh.
The lemon was the best part of the drink. The lemon on top of the drink was.
But what you're telling me is. But what you're telling me, Jenny, is Johnny actually ate. He actually sat down and ate food. He was trying to eat your coleslaw.
Well,
no.
Let's get to the whole story of that. So finish with the bread, and then we'll get to the coleslaw.
The bread smelled like mop water. I don't know what kind of bread it was.
It looked like the texture of pound cake. And this is some of my Starbucks pound cake. It looked like the texture of pound cake, but the crust on it was all rubbery. And when I ate the middle part, it was like, okay, well, it tastes kind of okay. And then Johnny started talking about how it smelled, and I smelled it. And I'm like, oh, holy crap! It does smell like mop water.
It's like
it was supposed to be
it looked like a
sourdough
sponge, like they use this for sponges to clean out the kitchen, and then brought it to us to eat.
with some butter. With some butter.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna pass on this one. No, thank you. So we sitting there. We got fish and chips. I ain't a fish person, but I'm like, it sounds good right now. So we sit there, had the blandest fish in the world. She said, and I will admit, she said she does not like tartar sauce because of the mayonnaise. She's not a real mayonnaise fan. And
Like
all
I
that
can
type
eat
of
it,
stuff.
I just don't prefer it.
So some time had passed, and
I prefer malted vinegar on my fish.
and
with fish
it
chips.
stank to high heaven. I can't stand the smell of vinegar at all. But we sitting there, and my mind has shifted from I don't like tartar sauce to I don't like coleslaw. And I'm like, well, since you don't like it, give it to me. And so I said, I didn't ask her, mind you. I just said, give me your coleslaw.
Like he
And then
doesn't
she's
say
looking.
since you don't like it. He says, give me your coleslaw. And I'm looking at him and I hand it to him. Now, we only ordered 2 plates of fish and chips, and there were 3 of us. So I thought, because I had offered to share some of mine across the 3 plate people that were eating, right? So I'm handing him my coleslaw and I'm looking at it, and he sets it down. And I'm like, you are not eating my coleslaw. We got your own damn coleslaw right there in front of you. What are you give me my
She
coleslaw
said, what are you
back?
doing with my coleslaw? I said, I'm going to eat it.
I'm just surprised.
And again, in my head, it shifted from I don't like tartar sauce to I don't like coleslaw. And I'm like, well, give it to me. And
I'd already eaten several bites out of it. And then he's sitting there with 2 big bowls of coleslaw. I was like, give me my damn coleslaw back. So I take my coleslaw back. I ate all of my coleslaw. The bowl was empty. He took like 2 or 3 bites of his. And I said, you were going to eat 2?
No. I didn't eat none. Actually,
I'm just over here like surprised that Johnny actually ate instead of just sitting there picking out his
I
food.
don't think you can call what I did eating. There was 3 pieces of fish on the plate, and by the end of it, there was still 1.5. So I didn't.
Well,
really.
and they had wasted plating. They put this big leaf of lettuce
It was
down.
like this damn big.
Yeah, and set the bowl of coleslaw on it on the plate, so you didn't see the lettuce underneath. Like, why do you need to put lettuce under a bowl of coleslaw if you have for plating purpose to make it pretty? So Johnny pulls his big leaf out and covers up what he has pushed around on his plate as he does. You know how he moves everything around to make it look like he ate, and he covers it up like he's putting a dainty little towel or napkin over his food with the.
That it was the blandest, like you stuck your head in the water, just bit the fish. It was the blandest fish you ever had. It had a nice crunch though. But everything in that restaurant was old except us, and it was way older than us. But it was nice though, because we laughed the whole time, so it couldn't have been that bad.
I just can't get over the mop water bread. It's like, what the
That
hell?
was the worst. What you said, sourdough?
I thought it was supposed to be like a sourdough. It tasted like it was supposed to be a sourdough, but it was literally the texture of pound cake. It wasn't like bread. It was like pound cake.
Mm-mm. That's a no.
But then once I smelled it, I couldn't get that smell out of my nose. And it was like, oh my God, it does smell like mop water. It was awful.
Maybe the sourdough starter didn't do it right or something when they were making the bread. I mean, who knows?
I honestly think they wiped the counters down with it and then just gave it to us. That's what I think. Because that stank.
Johnny, they can't hear you.
Well, they can.
You know, he's soft. We're using the microphone in my laptop. I'm loud. My voice projects. So
yeah, Johnny was fading in and out earlier. So Johnny speaks very low.
Oh, because you were losing internet signal.
Oh, we're on Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Here where we did the seminar. I pulled the microphone a little closer. Maybe that'll help. But
No, that wasn't cornbread. That was mop water bread.
Mop water bread. Well, at least you know not to go there again.
Yeah, we won't go there again.
Did you guys check the
realize the building was built in the 1800s? The food doesn't have to taste like it was brought in from then.
Oh my gosh. Terry's saying maybe it was Irish soda bread. I've never had Irish soda bread.
I've had Irish soda bread. I've made Irish soda bread. It was nothing like Irish soda bread.
I don't know. Well, I'm glad to hear that you guys are having fun, and hopefully your restaurant experience tonight will be much better.
Everything else has been fine.
And, Starbucks.
Yeah.
Which, thank you, Allie P, for the Starbucks. I treated Johnny to Starbucks for you. Wow. Any announcements, guys? Too late to sign up for seminar. Second one's this weekend. If you'd like a reading with me, you can go to jenlyntarot.com to schedule a reading. We're in a remote location. We don't have an HDMI.
That's it right there.
You know it's going to start up that projector and stuff probably also.
Because I don't have all that other stuff.
All right, we'll see if it helps.
I'm just going to have to swing it around the world tonight.
It's going to go on that side. We'll try that.
Please hold.
I'm connected.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Maybe that's a little better, guys.
We'll see how it works.
We're buffering. Sorry about that. Again, we're in remote location. Thank you, Mara, for the super chat. Let's get petty. Melania Trump. I hate Christmas. Melania selling $90 Christmas ornaments.
90.
$90 Christmas ornaments
90 American dollars
for a Christmas.
You're back.
And she hates Christmas. Remember the tape? So, how are these going to sell?
90.
$90 Christmas ornaments. They better have some of her fashion photos on them. They're a porn tree.
It's glass. Should we get some ones on?
No,
You don't
it's
even
not
like
glass.
it.
It's probably plastic.
On her. Got plenty of that too.
You can probably go down to the Dollar Tree and get them for $1.
Again, this is why you can't buy bacon and eggs, because you buying stupid stuff like that.
What you getting back?
It's fraud.
Oh, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
Still muted?
Can you hear me?
I'm going to put you below up for a minute and bring you back up. Hang on. Try again.
Can you hear me now? I'm talking.
You lost sound.
Oh, we lost it.
Oh, they can hear Becca?
Yeah, we can.
We can. Talk again, Becca.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, that was weird. Something about the HDMI
It's
cable
probably feeding.
made us not be able to hear Becca.
Ooh.
Probably
It's fraud.
Sound on it would work.
How's it going to sell fraudulently? It's just a front for self-serving opportunity. It's fraud. Cycling opportunity, self-serving fraud. It's a way to keep it secret. So it's not whatever she sells is coming from suspicious sources. I'll say it that way.
Sweatshops.
Look at you with the same card in the same
Mhm.
position. I think that's her little side piece. Buying them all.
There's something about like some of them sell very well there, but overall, no. Because there's like a it's either plain or they're ugly or something like something is a bit of a turn off for the actual ornaments. $90.
So what you're saying, Johnny, is she got them at Temu for 25 cents and she's selling them and she's talking them for $90.
Uh-huh. $90.
Have you heard about the Trump watches? That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, that's the next thing. So she's trying to attract a lot of attention to this to get to higher ground, and meaning to improve her situation. I think her little side piece is going to buy a whole bunch of them. I think they're very immature. Something about the way they're stylized. She thinks she's going to sell a lot and help her out, but crash and burn. But like it's a hard crash and burn. It's not because strength card is here. It's a hard crash and burn. So it's going to be like true social stock. It's going to be like boom, boom.
Hindenburg.
So Trump's $100,000 watch, which may or may not look like the one pictured on the website, may or may not, deliver. We're not responsible for if it delivers or not. Is he money laundering? Because that grift, it's going directly into his pocket, not a campaign.
And I just saw a video, Jenny. I know that you've been busy, so I don't know if you've seen it, from Midas Touch. And they were saying he's breaking all sorts of laws because there's a limit on how much you can take in personally unless you have a super PAC. And he well exceeds that. And then it's Bitcoin, so you can't trace where the money came from. You may or may not get the watch. It's just a front for people to
slide money in.
And then Midas Touch did a whole video today on where the office is. It's all his grift offices are in Wyoming, because Wyoming has all these loopholes that they can do stuff and do shady stuff and get away with. But it's like, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
They're saying in chat it's an empty building. Well, so was True Social. Remember that? Like, nobody's in that building.
And Midas Touch was also saying that watch experts and watch connoisseurs, people that actually collect watches and know how they work and everything, were like, this is made in China, because some of the screws on there are blue. He's like, the only place you're ever going to see that is from stuff that comes out of China. So it's like a knockoff Rolex, supposedly.
It's not a Swiss watch as it's advertised to be.
Yeah, and they're speculating. They're saying it's gold. They're like, you'll be lucky if this thing is gold plated with cubic zirconias that they're calling diamonds. Like, I don't know.
What does this look like?
It's like a Rolex wannabe watch. Everything is gold. It's got like diamonds on it, which are going to be pieces of cut glass.
Oh, get out of here. You can get that from Target, $29.99.
Mm-hmm.
$100,000.
$100,000, Johnny. No refunds. You may or may not get the watch.
That's the thing, too. You buy it, and you still may not even get it.
We got no money
with no refunds. So if and they're not responsible if the watch breaks and it's not waterproof, and it's just like
no warranty, no nothing.
Put it in the dumpster and set it on fire.
More on how stupid are you for this watch? Obviously you just want to buy privilege with Trump.
Yeah. So how are his watches how are they gonna sell? Is that the question, Jenny?
No, is he laundering money? Knowingly laundering money.
Oh, dear God.
And, Kamala's out fundraising him like crazy. That's driving him nuts.
This guy, just give him a TV show. Like, he can be like the new old Ed McMahon or something. I mean, all the guy does is hawk stuff,
Fighting the law. Is he laundering money?
Yes. There's going to be a series of things. Six of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is my card for money laundering. So you're sending money from one place to another, and it looks like charity or it looks like something else. And the Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race, or something that happens annually or semi-annually or something like that. So it's going to go from watches or sneakers to watches to eyeglasses to breast implants or anything he can stick his name on, like he always has. Mock bread. Trump steak, Trump water, Trump magazine, Trump. And he's been doing this. So he's going to have some more of that type of thing. And then there's the devil and the moon. We didn't even need that, but there it is anyway. So yes, he is. son of a mother.
He's gonna get burdened by this too. I'm getting like he's got agreements overseas with people, and it's being covered up with overseas leaders, trying to help his image. But that's a yes card for me. There's big cover-ups, and he's going to be fighting the law over this. So he's going to end up with something coming out about it.
It's for I'm with you, Jenny. It's for stuff to come in overseas, untraceable.
Has he started selling pillows yet?
Jenny, asked if he's going to be investigated for this because according to Midas Touch, they're breaking FEC and FCC laws. They're like, there's a slew of laws that they're breaking with this. So
How can you sell something that's $100,000 with no warranty, no nothing?
No, you may not even get this.
Yeah. We're not responsible if you don't get it.
And then when you do get it, it's not authentic. It's not Swiss.
But Johnny,
Watch.
To your point, Johnny, how can you sell something for $100,000 with the fine print being, and you may not get it?
Yeah. Maybe it is Swiss. It's Swiss Miss. You get it out of a cocoa box.
One of those Cracker Jack boxes.
Swiss Miss watch.
So can we ask if he's going to be investigated for this?
I think he is because I'm getting there may be some legal problems. Commit all the crimes now before the election because you're going to get all kinds of indictments later. Be making mop bread in prison. Laundry. Prison. They're trapped.
It's so light.
Maybe he's going to be put in jail with P. Diddy because there's a party going on.
Break out the baby oil.
Going to be investigated. What are you getting?
That's a yes.
Yeah. It starts with the tower. There is a very, very bad foundation, which means everything you build upon it will crumble down. This is the investigator for me, so King of Wands, so he will be it's going to be a part of other things, so it's not just the watch. It's going to be a part of other things because naturally he can't just break one law, break all of them. And so, yes, the loser will be investigated.
Here he is. Thank you, Rose.
Another tower moment for you.
I wonder.
Money laundering and trapped. Abundance of money laundering and trapped from his supporters, and surprise, it was like burdened by corruption, having to defend himself, return to the same old game, right? Over and over and over again. This may take a little while for the investigation. This is the investigation, but again, it's him and foreign leaders and trying to cover it up. It's agreements with foreign leaders, so buying influence.
How much is his Truth Social stock? Is it below $10 yet? Does anybody know?
It's below 10, and they think it'll be below 5 within October. So that was another question I had. How does he feel about the decline in his Truth Social stock when the stock market is having records increasing? How does he feel about the performance of his Truth Social stock?
M&M's has better stock prices than you do. Him and the transgendered M&M.
And isn't he supposed to be launching his own cryptocurrency too?
What is it called? Doge or something like that? With Elon, I think, was helping him with that.
Oh my God, this guy. the
His
worst.
sons were too. They were supposed to be doing theirs too. Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, the Beavis and Butthead were supposed to be doing one too?
It's that has to be a cosmic karmic joke that they actually do look like Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah, they really do, Johnny.
That's not a coincidence.
Truth Social. Everything you touch dies.
I have never seen somebody continue to fail upwards their entire life. It's like a trajectory. You know what I mean? Like most people would go down. He just keeps going up in failures. Like
Somebody's propping it up a little bit too. There's some money laundering going on with that. What are you getting, Becca?
the snake bouquet stars dog and Scythe. He doesn't care. He's just trying to see what he can get out of it and cut out investors and people that helped him out with his internet enterprise and get what's his, like to cheat people out of it. Lie, cheat, steal, backstab, betray. He doesn't care. He's looking at how can I betray these people and cut them out so I can get the 2 pennies out of the sofa seat that's left. You know, so he could care less if it fails. He just wants what he can get out of it. So
Johnny.
It's part of the plan, so he's okay. The 9 of Pentacles, that's lots of money, riches and glory, and the 3 of Pentacles, your collaboration with, like-minded individuals. The Lover's card there too. The Hierophant, it's part of the plan. It's like a front, of course it is. How it looks like a church at the front, and then there's like a cash machine in the back type thing. So it's a front. 3 of Pentacles is actually a church too, so ain't that special. But anyhow, it's a front, and this is part of the plan, so he's okay.
Yeah, he's already known in the past it was toast. It wasn't supposed to be successful, really. It's like family business, where you can chit chat and everything, and at the root of it, he's already made his money off of it. From people that supported it and stuff. So I don't think he's really going to lose that much. But I am getting that he may get trapped in money laundering of some kind with it, and get burdened by that. And there's corruption. There's another indictment.
and what's sad about the whole thing was, I think I shared it with you guys a while ago, with one of his supporters, Jen, donated his entire savings, over $400,000, and just got swindled. $400,000. A regular person like anybody else in this room took his entire life savings, his 401k, whatever he had, his Roth IRA, and put it into stocks into that, only to get swindled. He doesn't care.
I wouldn't take all of my money and put into all of something of any kind, even successful businesses. That's stupid. You don't sink all your money into one place.
Especially a person who has a track record of losing everything he ever touches. I mean, come on.
So RFK Jr.'s wife, Cheryl Hines, has quit wearing her wedding ring since it came out that he was having the affair with Olivia Nuzzy Hussey, whatever her name is. Is there a divorce coming for him? And she also was mad that he supported Trump. RFK Jr., you're on your way to another divorce, or are you going to snuff her out like the first wife? Or second wife? Whoever that was.
And mind you, this is not like some 30-year-old affair. They started messing around when he was running for president, or right before, or something like that.
Yeah, she's not that old either. Olivia. You got a little divorce coming.
That's a what?
Yeah. Dead bear hauling, roadkill eating. If that wasn't enough for you to want to divorce a man. Oh, and he cheated on his wife.
I don't know where your mouth been, but you actually do. Mm-hmm. Been licking
Now
the
you
street.
know, licking the street and licking home.
Your husband nasty, man.
He eats roadkill, dude. Like, that's just gross.
All around for days.
Terry says, I'm sorry, but RFK Jr. whispering sweet nothing sounds horrifying. Doesn't it? Like, with his voice, like that would be like Freddy Krueger trying to.
Then his breath smells like raccoon feet. Like, no, sir. Say it from across the room. Text me.
Found you a journalist. Yeah, go ahead. What's you getting, Becca?
Possibly at the early stages. It's the child, the bouquet, and the bear. So it could be saying it's in the early stages, but she wants a financial reward. So I don't know if there's a prenup or but there's financial reward here, like a gift of finances. I don't know if that's a prenup or if that's what's that thing when you get divorced? Alimony or something like that. So, but it's like at the early
kind of settlement.
Yeah, but it's financial. So
that's what I get. There's some sort of Page of Pentacles is like some sort of financial document. This is not necessarily divorce papers, but you know, it implies such a thing because she wants some sort of pay me off or write me off type of thing. This is the last card is the Sun, so that's a yes. The World card is the advice card, so it's like it's complete. It may not be right now, but it's like it's going towards that because there's other issues other than him and the affair and him and the Trump. It's been breaking down for some time because I think it was she may have married him for the wrong reasons too. He's a Kennedy. And so maybe that was alluring and all that type of thing. And so there was some sort of sacrifice or she put herself in this situation. So I can't really cry for you, Argentina, but at the same time, yeah, I think it is starting to crumble down.
I wonder if she called Melania and said, "Hey, who's your prenup lawyer and how do you get all these
advice, please,
to make appearances?"
And should I sell Christmas ornaments? And by the way, your husband sucked in the debate. He's already got legal problems. There is some sort of agreement she had with him. Planted the seeds in the past on so prenup and victory on that. But she's trying to protect herself right now, and this may take a little time to work out. Like there's something she wants to grow because he cheated. There's something she wants that prenup number to grow. They don't have children together, I don't think, but I think he is already off to another woman. I think he's already broken off and already on to a new woman. So bye huzzy and hello.
The next
one.
And you're over there complaining about mop water bread, Johnny. Imagine what RFK Jr. smells like. Hauling roadkill around in his lunchbox for lunch.
Ain't no coleslaw at his house.
You won't be asking for his coleslaw.
Like what's in it? Tell me that first.
What else? What else? What else? The whole story. So The Haitians in Springfield, Ohio, have requested the attorney generals to sue Trump and Vance, to prosecute for stirring up all the hate and everything against them and harming their community. I want to know, will the Ohio attorney general take up the case? So we see an indictment against Trump and Vance.
Because oddly enough, he did that in a place where it has a unique law to where that is something that can happen. Instead of if you just make a TikTok post or something, then you can't just sue people because they said something about you. But he basically incited hate crimes. And so
in JD Vance's district, if I'm not mistaken, which he's already admitted on camera he made up.
Mm-hmm. You didn't like Trump. You were never Trumper. You get behind him, and now you're in more trouble than you've ever been. Hey. Okay, man.
Is there? Oh, I'm getting feedback. Can they recall Vance? Can you do that for a senator or at the federal level? Or
call anybody?
I'm wondering why they haven't done that yet, because he's their senator and he's just over there throwing fuel on the fire like an arsonist,
Like a terrorist, domestic terrorist for entertainment purposes only, stirring up hate crimes.
See, Aspie is saying recalls depend on specific state laws. That's what I thought. If they have it, man, I would recall his ugly behind.
Mm-hmm.
I get to know the key, the clouds and the moon. He's causing significant problems, a lot of problems, a lot of confusion, a lot of just gaslighting and poop hitting the walls. No, but it's going to damage his reputation and it gets more media attention. So I don't see it. I don't see them in serious legal problems via the Attorney General of Ohio. But it does damage their reputations and it gets a lot of media stuff on it. The problems that he's caused.
I get the feeling if anything is done, it's after the election.
I would hope so.
They know it's causing all kinds of problems, and I do feel like there's some sort of investigation into it, and that would be like an attorney general to me too. There's also problems because trying to protect children because they've had problems at the schools and everything too.
And hospitals too, Jen, right? They've had to shut down hospitals and stuff as well. So it's not just schools.
His image has changed because of it. That I get, but I feel like they may wait until after the election to do anything. It's so disruptive. I almost feel bomb scare on this.
You almost feel like what, Jenny?
Like a bigger bomb scare, like
well,
maybe
they've had those already.
Yeah, but like one that goes off. Like one that's successful.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That's when they would go after him.
I get no with the star in the tower. It doesn't go far or doesn't go where it ends abruptly or something like that. But I get Vance here and Trump with the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords does bring some sort of legal something. Um, it's not punishment or anything, like I don't see them being successful necessarily, but someone still goes after them with a lawsuit of some kind.
You got the Queen of Swords there, Johnny?
Mhm.
I'm wondering, and I'm just speculating and throwing this out there. Remember how Letitia James got a group of attorneys generals to write the DOJ and said, you need to go after what's his face in Texas,
Mhm.
Ken Paxton, for what he's doing down there. I'm wondering if there's a mechanism in place, because the Queen of Swords would be like a legal type woman, correct?
And that's her because she's Libra too.
Maybe it's something like that where Letitia James is like, this is enough, where another attorney general from a different state has to ask for assistance, perhaps,
Get it going.
yeah, get it going, since Ohio seems to not be willing to do anything.
Somebody here with those three is not letting it go. But domestically, I get the tower, but it's Vance and Trump specifically, and then this Queen of Swords. It's interesting it didn't come up Queen of Swords. It came up that way.
The loser Trump. Because you're sitting next to me. The loser card. Well, it could be too, like, Jack Smith, his 180-page brief was filed with redactions, ready to be released to the public if Judge Chutkan chooses to release it before the election. Will she release Jack Smith's 180-page brief to the public prior to the election? And then part 2 of that will be, will we learn anything new from it? Because he's very all in plain sight when he commits a crime. We all see it. I think she will offer it up before the election. What are you getting?
I got the fish, the mice, and the bear. A lot of thievery and cheating by the executive. That's a yes. That's a yes. It shows the team and all the thievery in the center, but there's a lot of it, an abundance of cheating and stealing, and then the executive, the person in power, trying to cling to power. So that reads like a yes to me.
Yeah, I think she offers it up too. I think it shows like everybody that he's been working with, and trying to cling to the power everybody had agreement with, to bring strength, stop the steal, the fake electors, all the details. How to get the vote counts higher. I think it's all in there. But I think she does offer it up.
I get that she does not want to, at least initially, because there is the high priestess, which is all the information that should be kept secret or sealed, because there's anxiety with the 9 of Swords and the Tower. So it's almost as if she's worried about the effect the information would have if it's released at that time. So she's kind of concerned about that type of thing, but the tower is like a forced exposure. So you kind of have to do it. I pulled one more. There's the 4 of cups. So it's almost like she has a choice, but you feel as though this needs to be at this time what it needs to be. Will we learn anything new? No. Well, I get no. Not really. It's pretty much what you would expect.
Do you guys mind if I pop off real quick? I just got to go pick up Roxy. Is that okay?
Okay.
I'll just mute my thing and shut off.
Okay, I'm coming back. Let's take a look at elections.
Drop it down will be bigger.
Oh yeah, let me drop Becca down. We'll add her back in when she gets back. Hello. Because we like to be bigger than life, right? Let's take a look at Georgia, because they keep implementing new ways to restrict elections and stuff. Will Georgia go blue for Harrison Waltz?
Oh.
Is that a new ritual?
Get clear. Because they're stuck together. Oh, they work.
Hey, Julie. We enjoyed having you here. Johnny's voice is softer. We're using the microphone built into my laptop because we're traveling. We can't make him louder. My voice is loud because I have a loud projecting bench voice. So you're going to have to deal with it tonight. He has a much softer voice than I have.
And I ain't screaming.
And he ain't screaming.
Will it go blue? It depends. It could. I'll say it that way.
Ooh, look at that reversal popping up.
Because this is teamwork. So it's up to the ground. What do you do on the ground? Do you get together? Do you mobilize? Do you blah, 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 all that type of stuff? Because they can make it hard, but they can't make it impossible. And so that's why it just takes a teamwork effort. It's just one of those things to where you have to work on it. Now, here's the positive part. The Knight of Pentacles goes in a positive direction. It just goes there slowly. But it builds and builds and builds. Now, it does so slowly, but it does so carefully. It doesn't waste motion. And so if it's not this election cycle, it will be eventually. And so you're going in a positive direction. It's actually quite secure going in that direction too. So if it's not blue this cycle, maybe 2 more and it will be. Not purple, blue. That's what I asked about. So we're
Yeah,
close.
it's interesting. You've got the Tower card too. I've got it on the bottom. It's like something is
And you got the death too. Abrupt
breaking it up. When I have the Hermit reverse, so not isolated, right? This is not an isolated situation with shifting votes. And I get, it's my card for America, and satisfaction coming out for the woman. Big change. I think Harris will win in this election, but I think there's some underhanded backstabbing, maybe hiding of some votes or something that goes on. The state is in a transition. I'm getting that. It's getting stronger blue. But I think ultimately Kamala will win. I just think that somebody's going to have to protect some votes. Like somebody's trying to stash some votes is what I'm getting. Let's look at North Carolina. don't know where that reversal came from because I was not reading with
It
reversals
was meant
tonight.
to be because I seen it, but I didn't sing it.
Was it-
Because it flipped when we were doing some other reading.
Oh,
And I'm like, I don't want to touch your card, so I didn't sing it.
you let it say reverse.
That's how it was supposed to be.
It's not an isolated state. To me, that means there are more states that are going to flip blue. North Carolina. We read last week on Mark Robinson. We'll spare you that tonight. We're
He's
just looking
doing
at
worse
Harrison.
and worse and worse.
Harrison Walt. Stay out of those Pornhub sites.
Got that last time too. So it's like these types of things are coming closer and closer.
For the hearing impaired, he said these types of things
I
are
was telling
coming
it to you.
closer and closer. He was talking to me. I knew he whispered it, and y'all couldn't hear it.
North Carolina has a dim governor, right? So
Mhm.
you have to protect the leadership there in North Carolina. Not just the governor, though. Anybody who can put something into place that makes it harder for people to do what it is they need to do as far as voting goes. Because the tower is here as well. Thank you, Jude. It's will it be blue? No. But can it be blue? Yes. You have to protect your leadership because if you start to go the way of, like, Oklahoma had a Democrat for like 10 seconds and then they went back into Republicanville, you have to protect the people at the top. You have to, well, protect is the wrong word. You have to make sure the people at the top are all blue. And then your state then becomes transformed because the rules are not going to try to make it harder every year for people to vote and for people to establish this or blah, blah, blah. So that's what the pressure is. 9 of Wands, oh, back this back. 9 of Wands and the Emperor.
I think they have a good chance, Harrison Waltz, of winning this. Because I get strength on the number of voters coming out and the number of votes. I think we're going to see like a record-setting voter turnout in North Carolina. It's not quite clear if they're going to win, but we're going to see a big shift. I think when it's all said and done, I think they could win. But there may be some issues going on. There may be a county or two that go to court or something. There's some issues going on, as we know it happens everywhere. But I think it could go to Harrison Waltz, a bigger chunk of the vote.
I was
Um,
way out the door to go get Braxy, and Peanut called. I'm almost home. I'll go pick her up. And he just got home. So he's going to because she can't get in his truck anyways. It sits too high up. So he's coming to pick her up.
we're asking about different states going to Harrison Waltz, not necessarily the whole state, but at least going to Harrison Waltz. Arizona. Is it going to go to Harrison Waltz?
Oh, that's not what I asked. I asked was North Carolina what?
Oh, that may be why we got two, because there is a shift there. Harrison Waltz.
Arizona. I get yes. That's the victory card. 6 of Wands, 9 of Wands. There's going to be a lot of turnout, apparently, because the votes are in abundance, if you will. That's not the abundance card, but that's the word that came to mind. You have to pay for recounts and things of that nature, so somebody will complain about something legally speaking, but because naturally. But I do get victory for Harris and Wolf.
I get they secure it too. I end with the yes. There's a whole bunch of crap going on in between them. There's looking into some sort of betrayal or something, but I get celebration at the root of this and people working together. So there's a change from Trump and a change from Republicans in general. I think they will win Arizona. Did you pull on that?
There's going to be some big problems in Arizona. Either purging people off the polls, a lot of chaos and confusion, and a lot of fighting. So this may be one of the states where there's going to be a lot of legal shenanigans going on, because these are all negative cards. It's saying like a big problem in Arizona. So
I want to ask, January 6th, are there any fake electors submitted January 6th?
what do you mean, Jen? Fake electors that went to the riot, or what do you mean?
That will submit their votes for certification, like in
January 6th next year. Okay.
Yeah. Will there be fake electors again submitted to be certified? You know, they got rejected by Pence last time. Are there going to be fake electors presented again? Have they not learned their lesson yet? Look at me slapping cards around everywhere. What you getting, Becca?
Fake electors next year. The first time I pulled, it was man, scythe, and ship. A man is cut off from transitioning. That doesn't answer the question. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. The question was, will there be people submitting fake electors? And then I pulled again, and I got the child, the lilies, and the cross. Maybe a small amount of conservatives, but there's punishment and pain and suffering at the end of it. So maybe this is saying try as they may, but even if they submit, he doesn't have it, and he can't transition in because he's cut off from transitioning. Does that make sense? So
yeah, I get a small number too. I get in general the election is secure, but there will be some burden, some going underground, some thievery, some sneaky stuff, erratic, so spotty. But a small number, I get yes, trying to change the votes, working with dark money or whoever trying to change votes. It gets brought out that they were trying to change the votes, so it doesn't do them any good. Legal problems.
Yes, they will try. And it's a Republican too, mind you. The Ten of Pentacles, my Republican card, Ace of Swords. They will try the betrayal and trying to basically steal, if you will. I asked if it would be successful, and I got King of Swords. Donald Trump discovery, no, it will not. So
I have a question,
Sure.
and I don't know if it's in your questions. The I guess the Board of Electors in Georgia passed that thing where they're going to want to hand count the votes. And the Attorney General in Georgia is trying to see if they can even do that to get these people booted off. But so far, he's been very hands off. And I know that Mark Elias and his team and a bunch of other legal groups are trying to fight that because they're trying to, I guess, delay or stonewall Georgia so that they can't certify, period, because now Georgia's like, no, we're going to hand count all the ballots. Well, I know that Mark Elias is arguing that that's going to delay the results exponentially. And also, by the way, you just quadrupled your chances of error because now you have people counting. Do you see what I'm saying? So is it in your questions to see if those people are going to get booted off or get...
No, but we can ask, will the hand vote counters in Georgia be thrown off? Rejected.
I get the... Can I go? Is it... Or is... Do you want
Sure.
me to wait? I got the fish, the child, and the garden. They don't have the money to do this. Money, little for the party.
Guess why? Who's spending it all?
I mean, seriously, you know, I only pulled 3 cards though, so I don't know where this is going to go in the courts because that's all they're looking for is just to delay. And if they can get one state to just screw the whole thing up, then you can't certify the election, period. You know, which
I don't to like take it to the courts and try to delay.
I just don't understand what that's supposed to accomplish though, Jen. So then Biden stays president indefinitely because you all can't. Or we can just pull a Trump 2020 and just have Harris come in there and say, nope, I'm voting. It's up to me. I'm the vice president, just like you did in 2020. And oh, by the way, the Supreme Court said that I can do whatever I want. So here you go. You know, I don't understand what it's supposed to accomplish in the
It's almost like it's trying to use it as a Republican talking point. Like this is the plan they had to try to delay, take it through the courts, lie, cover up. Yeah, the big steal again. It's just to disrupt.
I don't get a yes, no. I get basically what Becky gets. Everything, every time I ask, it's like it's about the money. Is it there or it's been taken away by the same darn person, mind you.
Mm-hmm.
In all 3 sprints, he's represented by somebody greedy, and it's like pay me, give me, but you don't have the money for your schemes across the country, type of thing.
Yeah. I just don't understand what it's supposed to accomplish. You're not going to certify the election, so I guess we're just going to make Biden king. You know, I don't
immunity.
I don't understand. Like, but whatever.
The VP debate is this week.
Is it really?
Yes.
2 days.
In 2 days?
Well,
Wait.
in
On
Walt's,
Tuesday? On Tuesday.
in
I gotta
Walt's
go to the store
JD
and
Vance.
get popcorn. I gotta go get my popcorn. I got
Now,
to go get my popcorn. Are you guys gonna watch it together, or
we should. Maybe we should have a
you should have a watch?
story to watch it with us.
1 day and 23 hours and 49 minutes. CBS Vice Presidential.
Ooh, I'm excited.
CBS has already released some statements that they're probably not going to fact check Vance. Lies in general, they said. They didn't say Vance, but lies. I want to know, how does Waltz do in this debate first? We may look at this several ways. How does Waltz do in this?
Why have a debate?
Why have a debate if you're not going to fact check? Spew garbage. George kind of looks like an X-ray behind me, doesn't he? How does Waltz do in the debate?
Thank you, Lucky.
Getting reaches the women. What are you getting, Becca?
The man, the lilies, the fish, letter, mountain, child, and heart. Tim Waltz, because I asked, how is Tim Waltz going to perform in the vice presidential debate? He is going to appear to have a lot of experience, a lot of maturity, a lot of wisdom, very calm, a lot of results-oriented messaging, and how they're going and what their plan is to overcome obstacles and problems, not just with small businesses because the fish is there, but also perhaps in regards to enemies. So stuff that's going on abroad. And the child in the heart, a lot, new passions, new people that are probably going to tune in and be like, I really like this guy, but he's going to paint Vance into a corner. He's going to paint the younger person into a corner to where he's going to kind of box him in. I only pulled a line of 7, so I don't know if he's going to try to do what Harris did was, okay, you have 2 minutes to answers. I'm going to debunk JD Vance's lies in 20 seconds, and then I'm going to pivot and send out my message. I don't know, but he comes off as being very mature, very experienced, very level-headed, with a lot of experience and a lot of results-driven messaging. So I get he's going to have a very good performance. So
that's what I'll
experience. He'll be calm. He'll attract other people, especially women, just like you said too. I asked, because this all saying that he's going to appeal, especially to people who are, and I don't know how, that are on the fence. I don't understand how you are on the fence at this point. This is basically, do you want to eat raccoon feet or do you want filet mignon at this point? But I asked if he had any problems or what should he watch out for is what I asked. There's something around maybe the reproductive rights that they're going to try to spin, like, maybe he is not pro-life, so he doesn't care about life and he has a special needs son, and what if his wife would have get that type of thing. Like he's going to be attacked for that type of thing. But that doesn't work. And so he's very, very level-headed, very calm. Hierophant and the Emperor are in positions of power because they strategize well. And so he'll be all right.
And can I please amend my reading with the child in the heart? To Johnny's point, people are passionate about pregnancies and births right now, but also to Johnny's point, not just because I didn't get women in my read, but perhaps, you know, in regards to reproductive rights because of the child showed up in my read, but also a lot of youth and younger people really are going to love Tim Walz.
That's what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to focus on the problems, the real problems that everybody faces, and his prep work is brilliant. He's done the work. He's got clarity of thought. He's appealing to feminine issues, and I get women will love him when all is said and done. I also get younger people will see him differently and think that he's got the tools to be, you know, the VP, that he's the one. There are a lot of votes, you know, that I think he will get. So people, undecided voters, people that were not sure which way they were going. There's some kind of heartbreak story he's going to share. I don't know what this is, but some kind of heartbreak.
It could be perhaps. I mean, we've already heard about him and his wife struggling, and his daughter Hope having to need IVF to have Hope. You know, so maybe maybe there's going to be more to that. You know, and they were saying in the chat too, Jenny, that Pete Buttigieg is helping to prep. What's his face? Tim Walz.
So let's ask how JD Vance is going to do. Can he be baited? I think he can. You can rile him up and get him talking, and then the stuff comes out like, well, I lied about the eating cats and dogs, right? Like if you get him riled up, he doesn't know what's coming out of his mouth next. He just tells on himself.
He said at a rally, Jen, the same thing that got Elon Musk in trouble and had the Secret Service showing up at his house. Why has nobody tried to pew Harris and Walz?
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like JD Vance's ambitions make DeSatan look like a Boy Scout. He's grosser than DeSatan at this point. Like it's just nasty. Like
whatever this is, he's really stuck on it. That's what was popping up for Walz as far as what the problem was. The Empress. There is something that he is just going to try to hound when it comes to pro-life or pro-this. Something too that he may try to attack is like they tried with the military record when Walz said he carried a gun in battle and he didn't, and so they may try to go that route too. But he is really stuck on the women thing, or if this represents something else.
It's a women thing.
Yes, it is. Families and kids. I don't. That's not a weapon y'all can use. So I think that's a failing strategy. Like no one is thinking, okay, when it comes to women and protecting young girls and reproductive rights, the Republicans are the way to go. No one's thinking that.
No.
And so you trying to use that against him, I don't understand that strategy. Like who is helping him with his debate prep? Rush Limbaugh?
Stephen Miller, guaranteed. Steve and I told you last week on your show what happened in Louisiana with the doctors going to court saying that they're seeing patients as young as 8 years old that are victims of assault that the state is forcing them to carry to term. How can you say anybody? How can you sit here and tell us that everybody wanted that? You can't.
He's gonna backstab everybody. He's really like financially and growth wise, he's small. He's a page. He's small. He's going to come off as very immature, I think. It's all about his image, trying to manipulate women to get their votes. And it's the women. It's the women. It's the women. It's the women.
Always was.
He's going to look like he's structuring everything, that he's committed to everything for patriarchal society. That's going to blow up in his face like no tomorrow, and he's going to be very surprised by it. It's like, get a clue, man. Patriarchal society is gone. I get people leaving him like in droves.
Oh yeah.
He comes across as too powerful or whatever, and leaving him in droves.
I think that's his role in Trump's life.
Let me all go. Let me all go.
His approval rating is at -13, and this is the second person in line.
There's going to be great internet memes on him.
Can I go? Can I go?
Yeah.
Okay. I get the tower, the clouds, the birds, house, garden, writer, and ring. He is going to talk a lot about perhaps what happened at the Capitol and gaslight about the people that got unalived at the Capitol. A lot of doom and gloom about deaths. And a lot of people from the base, those stay, but everybody else running for the hills as fast as you can go and looking for something on commitment elsewhere. His ambition is going to be front and center because it's the tower. That's your ambition, your ego, the birds, the garden, and the ring. He's going to talk a lot about his personal ambitions and where he wants to see the party going and what they're committed to. And it's just a turn.
Project 2025 all over again.
Look at that. What number is that? 25. 25. And how he's committed to it. There's a party here that he's in close communications with, a network of some sort that he's tied to. But so I don't know if that's the Heritage Foundation or what it is, but it's just, he gaslights. He doesn't do well. He stumbles over what he's saying. What he's saying comes off as confused or convoluted, not bad like Trump, but what he's saying just doesn't. It's like telling somebody the sky is green and you go outside and it's like, no, it's not. You know what I mean? Like one of those things, like gaslighting. But his ambition is like front and center. But
Ace of Swords for me is like trying to come off as really powerful and ambitious like that.
Yeah, and it's like he might throw people in from his own party under the bus too to get a leg up. So I can't wait for Tuesday. I didn't even realize it was on Tuesday. I'm gonna be texting you. Did you see this shit?
Since there's been some news that CBS may not fact check the whole way through, I want to know, will the majority of America see the debate as fair, or will they see it as a debacle as far as fact checking?
Is there a female moderator?
I don't know if it's like a man and a woman again, or
Is there somebody there that's is like being talked over, and that part stands out? Because I asked, how will this come across overall or to the majority of the public? And there's something about combating this person here, who is supposed to be like, this could just be my moderator, not necessarily female, or it's two women. Yeah, there's a woman here that is seemingly going back and forth, but she's basically trying to ask the question to get some sort of point across. But it's there's a combat there, and you can guess who it's from more than likely. But there are some people who do leave, and from the previous read, it looks like they leave Vance, but it excites a lot of people because they're excited to see what comes next. The Three of Wands is like anticipation of something, so it's like, yes, bring it closer, bring it closer, bring it closer type of thing. And so there's a back and forth with the woman, and then everybody else is just excited for all of this to be over.
They're saying the woman from Face the Nation is going to be the fact checker for the. Both are women. Google says.
Will the public see it as fair? No, somebody can just keep saying, continue on and keep running off with stuff, and they just let them run off. And they see that as being unfair, that person should be punished in some way, either cut off their mic or whatever. But no, it's like somebody just keeps running off and nothing happens.
Yeah, I get it's the speech too. Like somebody is just disruptive as hell. The ones in charge are foolish. There's nothing going on. I do get that people are looking into things for themselves to see if it's supported or not. There's obviously going to be some backstabbing of Biden and Harris and what they've done in the government. People are going to look into that, so they'll figure out for themselves that they're being bullies and it's not real. It's going to be a lot more chaotic than the presidential debate.
Kamala Harris snatched his wig, ate his lunch, and lost a shoe because she buried it up his behind at that president. All she had to say was crowd size, and it was just completely.
He's still going on about it. He can't. Yes. He is not over it. He is not over it.
And the other day, Jenny, I saw a video on Midas Touch where people kept running out of his debate, not debate, his rally or whatever. I can't remember what state it was in, and they had reporters go in and talk to those people. They were paid. They were paid to show up. They only had to stay there for 15 minutes, take a picture, and then they could leave. So as soon as that money hit their Venmo account, they were like, peace out. And that's where all those people were leaving.
Like masses, droves of people going out.
Yeah. In Pennsylvania, I think too, Antoinette. Yeah, I think it was Pennsylvania, but it was just like, you have no money. You're robbing the RNC. How are you going to pay for hand ballots in Georgia when you're paying people to show up at your rallies and they're leaving after 15 minutes? Like, I mean,
you can see them going. It's like,
why not just pay them to stay the whole time? That way you don't look stupid on TV.
Oh my God, but to Jenny's point, Johnny, he is still tripping out about the crowd size thing, dude. Like,
he can't let it go. She is living rent free now in his it's like every rally he talks about crowd size. Yeah. As they're leaving. Because she said they're leaving your rallies, and he can't stop talking about it.
I'm telling you, it's like
everything in your life is small except your stomach. So
an ego.
It was like feeding a gremlin after midnight, dude. He hasn't stopped.
Well, he called Kamala this week mentally impaired.
Oh, really?
He called her mentally impaired. So talk about projection.
Oh my God. And that's why he's running ass and elbows away from the second debate, right, Jenny? I mean, because if she was so mentally impaired, you should be able to run circles around her and do a second debate.
It's not enough time.
Yeah,
we were talking about Johnny brought up at the Georgia Alabama Crimson Tide college football game. He was there with Kid Rock and his little minions or whatever. They were running on the marquee Kamala commercials. They were putting things outside, running them during the game.
Very petty.
Very, very petty. I want to know how, like, I know he's not going to change his mind about debating her because I think he's scared shitless of her.
That was
But-
she humiliated him, Jen. How many weeks ago was that? And he's still talking about the crowd sizes.
As Mary Trump says, it's a narcissistic wound, and that's what you have to do to him. Narcissistic wound. I guess my question is, does he know it's over, or does he think he can manipulate things enough to win in crooked ways? Does he even recognize it's over? Yeah, the narcissistic breakdown's going on live. Well, that says it all. He can't accept it.
It's fake. Though.
Fake to bury him alive. My card for America. You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
I get this like pre-focused on legal matters, and then after that, he can think about Kamala. I got the 2 Libra cards there, so she's going to live in his head forever too. Mind you, he still has Biden in there too, and then Obama in there too. Maybe he's not senile. He's just his brain is full of people who don't like him.
He can't accept it. He cannot accept it. His ego will not let him. America, it's like everything's changing, and go to bed, little toddler. Justice in the Hierophant, and being stuck in his ways and feeling anxious. So he's doing what he wants to do. He knows there's strength in the women that are coming out to vote. He's trying to figure out how to get them to return to him.
Didn't you hear, Jenny? Didn't you hear he's going to be the protector of all women?
Yeah, he can't get them to return to him. It's like, you idiot. His votes are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Every time he opens his mouth, it's shrinking, just like cold water does to his little mushroom. It's shrinking.
His mother's trying to reach him.
I get that he knows that he's small right now. He knows that he is small right now. He will try to steal. That's the child anchor man. So that's his past. He knows that he is small. He's not moving. This is stuck. He can't grow past this. So what does he do? The man transition stealing. He's going to try to cheat. He just like during the January 6th hearings with what was that girl's name? Mike Pence's aide. What was her name? Cassidy Hutchinson or whatever. She said what Trump said. Nobody can know that I lost to this man. He knew that he lost. He knew it. But instead of having
Nobody better say it.
Don't say it though. Don't say it. So it's the same thing. He knows that he's going to lose. He's going to try to cheat. So let's just pile on more indictments. Get ready for more. You got 3 pending criminal trials. Let's add another 4 or 5.
So he also, because Kamala said that she worked at McDonald's, that's on her resume. Her first job was working at McDonald's, working as the fry girl. So he says in 2 weeks, because everything's in 2 weeks, like his new healthcare plan, his new this, his new that. It's always 2 weeks, right?
Wait, Jenny. He has a concept of a plan.
He has a concept of a plan.
It's not a concept of a plan.
But in 2 weeks, he's going to go work the fry machine at McDonald to show everybody that it's not that hard, because Kamala made it sound so hard. She never said it was hard. She just said, I worked at McDonald's, right? Will he go work the fry machine at McDonald's?
I hope so.
Because that hair will catch on fire.
The makeup will melt off his face.
From his face.
Because you can look down on people who flip burgers and cook fries all you want to, people like Donald Trump, but I guarantee you that it's not as easy.
I'm gonna go work the fry machine. Well, good for you. Get back there in the kitchen. Let's see how it's done.
And then when you burn all your skin off your body, don't say Ronald McDonald tried to assassinate.
And he looked at an eclipse. Can you imagine? He'll stick his hand in the fryer.
Just get him out of there. Like,
let me get him out.
Who are you, Iron Chef? Bless his little stupid heart.
He is stupid.
And he is. Yeah, I mean, that ain't even an insult. It's just true.
He's a moron.
The stupidest student I ever had, that man said.
He's a special kind of stupid. He makes stupid look smart, Johnny, at this point.
First of all, they're not going to put you on the fry machine with no training. If they ever let him do such a thing, what they would let him do is stand at the counter and wave or talk or something like that. Keep in mind, this is the type of person all you have to say hi to, and next thing you know, he's telling you about Crooked Hillary and Sleepy Joe and all. He's not even, you can't ring anybody up while you're sitting there talking and blaming your whole life on other people. So he would just be a figurehead to just stand there. Second of all, Secret Service is not going to let you fry anything.
That's what I just got. Not accepted by security right there. It's all a lie, and he already knows it. He's already lied about it. He knows it in the past. He will be blocked from doing this by security.
It's just a figurehead. Hierophant fool.
They're gonna block him because he's gonna eat all the Big Macs, y'all.
You can eat all the fries and Big Mac.
I get a note because if he were to file an application, he wouldn't be allowed for sexual harassment or something. So you can't even do this for like a, what do you call it? For like a
publicity stuff.
Because there's your application, there's sexual harassment. So they'd be like, no, we can't.
You worked here for 20 minutes and committed a crime.
Yeah. And not to mention you're a convicted felon. So no, we can't trust you around the cash machines and the Big Macs. No. Not even for a photo op, y'all. Not even for a photo op. Did you see the photo op he did though at the grocery store?
Where he threw the $100 bill at them?
That was staged. That was staged because it was the owner's daughter, and they knew. The only thing she didn't know is that he was going to give her money. But
did he make her give it back?
I don't know. I didn't see that part. But the whole everything with this man is staged. He views reality through a camera lens. How you can do this for a reality TV show?
I gotta ask. Did he make her give it back, the $100, or was the money given to him by the family to throw at her? Because
no, you know what happened?
$100 bill in his pocket.
He shook one of his assistants to give him $100 out of their wallet and then gave it to her. But let's see.
Make her give it back. Put it towards a new Trump watch that may or may not ship. May or may not be built.
I could be influenced because I don't even know. I haven't heard this situation, but I don't think that was his. I think it was theirs, and he just gave it back. Because there's a burden around the Eight of Pentacles is work, so it's like it comes from there. It comes from wherever the place is. It was not his money that he paid for anything. I get that he just gave them their money back.
It came from her family, like they gave him the money to give to her in a manipulation to return.
Now, mind you, when I was in certain stores, like Walmart, for instance, if it's your birthday, they'll let you take money out of the register and pin it to your shirt. That why people come through and they'll ask you why you have money on your shirt, and you'll say it's my birthday, and then they'll give you money. And then once they do, you take that money and put it back in the register. So it's been done.
So Trump walked in there with money pinned to his shirt.
I gotta know he didn't make her give it back, but like I said, I'm sticking to my theory that he made one of his staffers give him the $100 and then gave it to her.
I'm getting he got the money from her family, so it was kind of already giving it back to her family when he gave her the money.
Now, what is this? What is the story? He went into a grocery store and
Probably
bought
for the
stuff.
first time in his whole damn life, walked into a grocery store, walking around. There was a lady checking out, and he just threw money at her to pay for her groceries because he's such a
Really
generous person.
Oh, like he was paying for somebody else's stuff.
Yeah.
So
I just saved you $100.
Here's the thing, though. If you want to be cute with it, do what Tyler Perry did. He went to a grocery store and he was in there for 4 straight hours or however long it was and paid for everybody's stuff that came through. That's what the billionaire can go do. Then you'll impress me.
Or do like Tucker Carlson and go over to Russia and say, "Oh, look, you can put a quarter in here, and get your grocery cart." Like that's never been thought of before.
Yeah. Because Russia is the only country on the planet that has shopping carts. I mean, what these people are just idiots, man. Like, whatever.
Bless his heart.
I wonder if, and you know what's funny about that whole story? This is what he's been reduced to, where his attempts at looking normal, the huckster, billionaire huckster from New York that's never stepped foot inside of a grocery store, his attempts to look normal, like going to a grocery store and doing normal things, JD Vance acting a weirdo, can't even order donuts. I mean, it's like
he looks so weird standing there like this, looking around at him, ringing up. Like,
and it's the thing. It's like what they do with the old people at nursing homes, where they take them on field trips. This is Trump right now. They're taking them on field trips.
Senior field trip.
They're taking them on how normal people live. They busted him out of the old people's homes.
He's gone. He's going to another room. He has no laughing blanket.
Next week, they're going to take him to Applebee's, because I bet you he's never been to Applebee's before, or Chili's or something like that.
Here, Johnny, you can. My wrap is a laughing blanket. Here you go. Have a laughing blanket. He's done.
Oh, sorry.
All you want.
Okay, now.
I'm sorry, but it's true. It's true. Those are his.
They do that a lot. They bring like group home people, and they come walking.
And I know this because when my mom was in the nursing home, they would do that. They would take the seniors out.
All the time, Jesus.
And like I told Johnny, next week they're going to take them to Applebee's, and then they're going to take them to Chili's. Maybe they'll take them to Walmart next time.
McDonald's to
And
do
they
it
all get in
fries.
the big van together.
Yes.
He's on the floor. That's it. He's waving the surrender flag over here. You've done him in.
Yeah.
Oh, my cheeks hurt.
That's what's happening.
They bring group home people in, and they all bless their hearts, Jesus.
Johnny, that's what they're doing, man. That's
what it looked like. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Donald, are you ready? Come on.
Today's field trip. We're going to go to the grocery store. You can see a shopping cart for the first time. I mean,
they tell them put your stuff on the counter. Oh Lord. He bought a pack of gums, some popcorn, and some Hawaiian punch.
Yeah.
Little
You
thing of
bottles
the
of ketchup.
He got to put his name on all of it.
Yep.
Oh Lord!
Can they with Sharpies, because the crayons might not work.
Then they got to tell him your name ain't Blake. That's who he want to be, though. So, okay.
That's what's happening, though. That's the sad thing about the whole situation. And this is no shade on my part to seniors and nursing homes, because my mom was in one of those situations, and I appreciated it. Instead of having them locked up in a nursing home, take them out, But he's one of those people.
potential future president, Can't.
Yeah. Johnny, get it together.
I have worked retail my whole life, and you do not know how many times you see the group home bus come in and they all get out. And they all,
The little back opens up and the people in the wheelchair roll down.
and they all a little touched by the heavens, and they all come in together, they all shop together. And that's what it looked like somebody took oh Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail the live stream, but
Stranger than fiction, I swear it is.
Can't breathe.
I can't even. It's like,
and Joyce is saying
he's
sometimes
got oxygen in it, don't it? Let me get some of this.
Joyce is saying sometimes I take him to Costco. Can you imagine Trump at a Costco? This is incredible. I've never seen something like this before.
Get him a pizza.
What do you mean the hot dogs are $1.25? Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. I'm making fun of him. I don't know how to put this top back on here.
We used to speak like this anyway.
Okay, pardon me. I'm here now.
Are we doing questions?
Oh, they're saying wait till they show him the electric scooters at Walmart. Oh my God, can you imagine? He's gonna want one of those for the golf course.
For the golf course.
Oh Jesus!
We're all going to hell. I hope he does.
All 2,100 of you in here tonight. You're all going to hell with us. Oh,
And
my
you got his MAGA flag on the back of it, but it's upside down, so it says BAGA on it. Oh, bless his heart. How's he doing?
Upside down, AGAW. I go.
BAGW. BGAW. Vaga.
I have to go back to the debate for a second. How will Trump think JD Vance did in the debate?
Oh, there's a speaker. I guess I'll keep it then. What that mean?
Oh.
Wait a minute, I can't see.
Literally in the other room, then on the floor.
Oh my gosh, the visuals. How will Trump perceive JD Vance's performance in the debate? It says keep it. Can't keep it. Jesus Christ. I can't even focus. Wait a minute.
That came up again. He's going to backstab him about something.
You guys got backstabbing. I get jealousy. Jealousy. There's something JD Vance is going to say where his ambition is going to be front and center on display, and that is going to tick him off big time. Like vindictive, jealous, paranoid. This guy just wants to be president sort of situation. Because it's man, letter, tower, birds, sun, snake, and then clover. He's going to see JD Vance as being an ambitious little weasel, and he's not going to like that the attention and the spotlight is going to be on Vance, and he's going to be JD Vance is going to start living rent free in his head too. Methinks.
It's almost like he thinks that, oh, JD's going to be debating Kamala next.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something to that effect, because he feels bullied and very emotional. He's going to be backstabbing him about something. I don't know if it's women's rights or what, but yeah, that can be a jealousy card too.
Mm-hmm.
There's something like, it's almost like he feels like he may get an opportunity to go up against Kamala or something, like, oh, they're trying to replace me kind of feeling.
Yeah, Aspie's saying it right there. Trump is going to see the knife in JD Vance's hand ready for his orange back. That's what I'm getting. There's something that JD Vance is going to say that his own ambitions are going to be like, whoa, and then he's going to be like, this mother effer wants to.
It's come up before that we know JD did this because, took the opportunity because he wants to get rid of, like, if Trump won, he would 25th Amendment him out or whatever and get rid of him and be the president. It's like Trump's so stupid he can't even figure that out.
No,
that is why he shows up as the fool card, because he's not prepared and he is politically unastute, you could say. And you see JD Vance, who didn't like you, called never Trumper. He compared you to Hitler too, mind you. You see him with a knife in his hand and you think, ooh, cake, instead of what is he going to do with that?
And Johnny, to your point, to further your point, there was just a report that came out earlier this last week. I think there were emails or something where JD Vance got caught saying that Trump was an ineffectual president. Like he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything. He was ineffective.
I do get that. There's the Emperor card in the Eight of Pentacles. So there is this sort of, he wants his job to be more important than he's not. He's going above his station, as they would say. He does like that he's hyper fixated on birth and that kind of thing with the messaging and the Ace of Cups. He could have done better when it came to talking about women. Y'all lost that one. Okay. You effed it up already long time ago. It's too late now. Okay. Move on to something else. There is something too, like a suspicion of fundraising. Like, are you trying to fundraise or are you trying? You're supposed to be my running mate. It seems like he's trying to find money somewhere or find deals or find contracts or something like that. So Trump may be getting suspicious. I would call it paranoia because, again, knife in the hand. And the first thing you think of is, oh, there must be cake somewhere. Okay. Yes, it's on your back. But his ambition is quite strong. I don't see Trump in here. And that's what I was kind of thinking I would see. Because if you're running with Trump, just like when the debate happened and Dr. Oz and all them people were on the stage, they talked about Trump the whole time. That's not going to be JD Vance, though. He's not going to big up Trump in Trump's administration the whole time.
And he doesn't care if you talk bad about him. He just wants to be talked about.
Yeah.
On the news, on the debates.
Say his name.
He wants his name heard over and over because bad publicity is as good as good publicity.
Okay.
He's not going to hear his name enough.
Like
And to Johnny's point, when he was saying that Trump's not politically savvy, Johnny, he's over there eating the checker pieces off the board thinking they're Oreo cookies. Okay, that's how stupid he is. Like, What happened to
This
the
is why
frog?
he's on the group tour. With the group. This is what actual cookies look like.
In a bag.
Can I
He's,
draw stupid
he's only
bucks?
seen them on a plate. He's never seen them in a bag. He's stupid bucks.
Stupid bucks? Oh, it's not coming across.
It's too bright. It's stupid bucks.
I mean, I'm telling you, he's over there eating the chips going, what happened to the cream filling? I thought these were supposed to have cream filling. You know, I mean, the guy's just, his brains are mashed potatoes, dude. Like, I just don't even.
Oh my God. One last question. It was kind of funny. I was watching clips from Saturday Night Live last night because I actually fell asleep before it came on. They were laughing about that the Doug Emhoff character comes out and he says, I can't wait to do Christmas, you know, and he's Jewish. So how will the Christmas decorations that Doug Emhoff will be doing as first gentleman, how will they be perceived by everybody in America? I think actually he'll probably do a really good job with it. He's in a interfaith relationship.
Yeah, Zelensky met with Trump because he kind of has to.
Yeah,
Trump could be president, so it's somebody he has to talk to too.
But his face the whole time was like, Jesus, don't elect him. Yeah, I'd do a whole Christmas tree of Trump's mugshot photos. With small hands.
Just don't use Melania ornaments.
Small crowd.
There's something very moving about it. It's very moving. The Ten of Pentacles is like the family card, the family tree. So it's incorporating, not necessarily other faiths because I don't get religion here, but it's almost like a United Nations type of thing, like all races, all creeds, all this, all that. The coexist thing that you see with all the different things up there. But it's something about it that makes you feel like a oneness is had with the Ten of Pentacles. Not necessarily that he's even doing it, but he will be present. But the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups, it's moving, it's emotional, it's that type of thing. It's a lot of work too. So if he's up to it, go for it.
What you getting, Becca?
I get that there's going to be some people in positions of power that are going to criticize him because there's something that he does. God damn it. This would be like the Christmas tree. There's something that he does, to Johnny's point, that encompasses, it's like a union of more than one thing. So I don't know if it's a tree and it has symbols for all religions, including his faith, which is, you know, he's Jewish. He gets a lot of criticism for it from people in positions of power in the opposing cabinet that's small. They're gonna take away Christmas, like something like that. But you know, but it's
Christmas.
Yeah, you know, but it's just like, dude, I've seen Christmas trees with boobs on them. You're gonna throw a fit because somebody puts something. Yeah. It's like it's a union of all, you know. And he
inclusive is what I'm getting. Yeah. It's very inclusive. It's like he knows a lot of people will be watching. There's strength on it, but there's also big changes, and there's a lot of anxiety behind this because of the shift. But it's a little more global or inclusive and charitable
Yeah. I mean, to Robin's point, Melania's red tree, that looked like something out of a horror show. You know, like what the hell? And you're going to criticize somebody that puts up, you know, other ornaments, or perhaps it's not just the Christmas tree. Maybe it's Christmas trees and other symbols of other religions like the menorah and all that other stuff, you know, because
Bearing in mind the Christmas tree is a pagan symbol in the first place.
Yeah.
So
bearing in mind that he himself is Jewish, so he is under no, you know, obligation to put up a damn Christmas tree, you know. So, but they have to politicize and divide everything. You know what I mean? He can put up a perfect Christmas tree and they're still going to criticize him about it, but whatever.
And there's always a menorah at the White House. There's always, you know, some representation of other religions.
Yeah.
But he'll be the one that gets criticized for it, probably.
Yeah. Because, you know, and to further what you're saying, Jenny, it's like he will be the first, not first lady, first, what are they calling him? First man?
Gentleman. First gentleman.
First gentleman. So now it's like, oh my God, he's being emancipated. Like, do you see what I'm saying? Like, one of those things. Like, it's just you guys are just petty.
Take the kids from the fire. Why didn't you put out the fire at the same time?
Yeah, I mean, it's just petty dumbness at this point. Like, whatever. But just
Melania's trees looked like American Horror Story because we were living in American Horror Story.
At least American Horror Story was somewhat entertaining. This whole crap show was a disaster. I mean, dear Lord. Whatever. Just keep taking Trump on his little what do you call it, field trips to the grocery stores and to the Walmart. Let him ride around in one of those little the little carts.
Oh my God, he'd flip out at a movie theater or something like that.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Donald Trump going to like a Menchie's where you make your own ice cream or get your own like
and all the sprinkles?
What do you mean I can put my own sprinkles on there? Like
He's got one cup and it just keeps going around and around.
He's greedy. He's greedy. You got to make it bigger.
You got to stop at something.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We will be on Becca's channel next week.
Thank you everybody for all the super chats tonight to Johnny and Jenny too. That's really appreciated.
Thank you. Mara, Lucky Girl, Rose Blue, June, Lucky Girl over and over, June again, Orchid Lily, Rose, and Corliss. Thank you very much.
We
will see you next week on Becca's channel.
Peace out.
Bye.